need a visit, I'ma run it to the limit and be on my way to Venice. LA got the people saying, la, 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 la. Brooklyn saying, la, 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 la. Hacienda saying, la, 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 la. Vegas saying, la, 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 la. Rio saying, la, 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 la. Tokyo saying, la, 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 la. Down under saying, la, 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 la. Miami saying, la, 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 la. Jamaica. Every city, every state, every country you know. All around the globe. Every city, every state, every country you know. This is how it goes. Tell them where I'm at, from the plaque to the everything fat, got muzzled on a track. My girls all stacked. When I roll down the window, let me know where you at. Atlanta, North, South, Kekalak, Texas Grill, Cadillacs, through Miami, then back to London.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season. And last year, they were able to take the edge in the series thanks to some clutch play.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Marc Gasol is out there with Zach Randolph. Then it's Thornton. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's McDermott in at the 3 spot. Mavs made the playoffs again last season. 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years. And only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the number 2 seed, Houston. A good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds.
And so it's Dallas with it. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Here's Griffin following the score by Dallas. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone.
I tell you, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Gasol a screen. On the wing, Thornton. Beyond the arc. No luck. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Moutier with the ball. Now defended by McDermott. And there's the feed to Redick. Right wing. Here's Porzingis, defended by Gasol. 6 to shoot. On its way from a follow for 2. It's rebounded by Dallas.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
To the paint, here's Randolph. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 3rd assist on the night.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now, here's Redick. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Kings in Sacramento.
And, you know, J.J. Redick has shown steady improvement in his game. He entered the league as a spot shooter off the bench. Last season, averaged over 30 minutes a game for the Clippers. He's come a long way.
That evens the score. Porzingis has got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Redick against Curry. Nice shot by McDermott. And Redick has improved every phase of his game over every year, especially in the area of efficiency. Shooting over 47% from the field last year. And Greg, that by far the highest in his career.
Yeah, and his mid-range jumper last year, just automatic. The turnovers per minute averaged also ridiculously low. It even improved as a defender.
And so here is Dallas after the basket by Los Angeles. McDermott dishes to Randolph. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Afflalo outside. Pass to Moutier. Pass to Porzingis. Fades back. No good. Some solid defense from Randolph. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. They double-team Curry. Out to the right wing. McDermott, no one around him. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Boris Diaz checked in for Porzingis. Allen comes in for Aaron Afflalo. Booker, he's checked in for Moutier. And it's Watson in for J.J. Redick. You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
Now Booker, following Myers-Leonard's three-point attempt, dishes it to Watson. He kicks to Diaw. Jacks up a 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
There's the screen. Out to the wing. Here's Lure. Cans the shot from the wing. Lure's got his first points in this one. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And here is Diaw. Great look, but off the mark.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
No good with the layup.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Mavericks lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Let's take them back.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Watson out there with Allen. Then there's Aflalo. Then there's Boris Diaw. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 slot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
Hey, guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
With the shot. No good. The Mavericks leading. He's guarded by Diaw, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Moutier, who's checked in for the Clippers. Redick comes in for C.J. Watson. And Dallas also making a switch. Thornton's checked in. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and there'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Covered by Redick. It's deflected. Diaw with it. Here's Moutier. Takes it off the glass. Moutier's got his first points of the night.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
They set the pick. Back to Curry. Down low. And here we go. Moutier. Oh!
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia slam cam.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals. And we've seen Dallas just be fantastic since the start of the new millennium. Year in and year out, they seem to always win 50 games. Hit that mark again last season.
Zach Randolph is checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Gasol. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Well, last season they won 50, Greg, as you just said. That marked the 12th time. It happened since 2000.
Well, clearly this franchise has been committed to winning. I mean, you hear that from a lot of franchises, but they often aren't willing to take the risk that the Mavericks take. The Mavs do a good job of putting their money where their mouth is. This is really the story of the game here. They've been excellent from behind the arc.
Here's Thornton. Goes back up. And the layup good by Randolph. Randolph's got his second bucket of the night.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Boris Diaw. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Dallas. Here's Moutier. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Kicks to Thornton. Takes a 3. Tries to keep it alive. And it's Thornton again missing. Shoots. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity. Some solid defense from Randolph.
Not too much congestion in the lane.